Hello, we are back at it again with another Amberlyn Reid reaction. So I have not uploaded part two, but I did of the Beck and Destiny talk, but I did watch the rest of it, and I'm gonna be honest, while there was a lot of really interesting things, I don't think it's like I have a lot to react to because it's them like talking about their experience and showing obviously like screenshots of texts with Amberlyn, like in a group with Amberlyn, Dana, and Destiny, and then sometimes the four of them, sometimes just individually. And honestly, the biggest thing that I took away from was that Amberlyn is insanely manipulative. We see her do the same thing to this day. She's very needy. When she first broke up with, or when Destiny first broke up with Amberlyn, it was like Amberlyn was harassing the shit out of Destiny all the time, manipulating Destiny, trying to make her feel bad for her, like make Destiny feel bad for Amberlyn, just constantly like even when they like even when Amberlyn and Beck had been dating for quite a while, like Amberlyn was still always up in Destiny's business, wanting to know what they're doing. Like when Destiny would talk about something, she'd be like, "Oh, I thought you weren't doing anything." Like just like hounding Destiny and like telling Destiny how she just needs to save money. Like this is a woman who's making like hundreds of thousands, like not hundreds of thousands, but like tens of thousands of dollars a month, and like telling a person who works a 9 to 5 like minimum wage job to just save, like set a goal and save. um yeah, it was just a lot of like cringy behavior, just showing how deluded Amberlyn is, how she doesn't really live in the real world, and how she expects everyone around her to focus on Amberlyn. Like Amberlyn truly believes she is the center of everyone else's life, and if you don't essentially allow that, then she will make you feel bad for it. She also holds money over Destiny's head and Dana's head the entire time that they talk. Like every time Dana or Destiny say that they can't do something or that they don't want to do something, it's like, well, I just think it's really interesting because I gave you $20. I think it's really interesting, and you guys make me feel bad because I gave you Christmas gifts and Christmas money or a birthday money and like all this and that, and like you guys aren't like doing what I want essentially. Yeah, it's just really cringy overall. It's I think it's better for you guys to watch the rest of it, if you haven't. I'm sure most of you have, on their channel, like on Beck's channel. I just think it's their story to tell, but it's everything that we have all anticipated and seen throughout Amberlyn's channel, which is Amberlyn does not live in reality, is very self-centered, is very deluded, very manipulative, holds money over people's head, and really does not see how exhausting and needy she is as a human being. And it really shows why all of her friends and family eventually have to leave her and not continue having a relationship with her because she is demanding as hell. Like she needed help taking out trash. Like she wouldn't take out trash. She needed Destiny to come over and essentially clean up for Beck. Like it was just, she can't live on her own. She's very incapable, and we really saw that through the texts. So that is all I have for that. I also thought it'd be fun. Amberlyn posted a few video or a few Q&As. I didn't get to the latest ones, although the Ankle did, so I definitely advise you guys to go watch the Ankle. He uploaded a whole video for it, and they're very interesting. But the first one that I screenshotted was, will you post weight loss videos again? She said yes, which is not surprising to me because it's really all she has going for her. Yeah, and honestly, I just think like, I don't know, it's her cycle. She has nothing else to talk about. She's been outed like so severely as an abuser. We see, like she's been outed for her heinous hygiene and behavior in general. It's just, there's nothing left for her to talk about other than weight loss, and we know that ain't gonna happen. Someone asked, when will you be back on YouTube? Miss your videos. She posted, I'm posting on the 24th. I'll be revealing what the future of my channel will look like. However, she does post, as we see here, a video that we're going to watch called Raglan Bleed. It's coming for, what do you call it? Oh my god, Salty Crab. The way that my mind just blanked. Okay, she's coming for Salty Crab, which is actually hilarious because what the video that Salty Crab had posted initially was just had like random little clips of Amberlynn's live stream. It wasn't at all like copyright at all. Amberlynn still does not understand basic things like people are allowed to post stuff behind a paywall that like was behind a paywall. That's not illegal, Amberlynn. Many other channels have done it. Some people fully post your lives on their channels. It's kosher. But Amberlynn's dumb, so she thinks because it's behind a paywall, no one can ever see it, which is not true. But yeah, so she essentially threatened Salty Crab saying, I'm gonna sue your ass, because that's Amberlynn's unassuming thing, because she can't convince people on her own, so she thinks if she can say she's gonna sue them, then people will bow down to Amberlynn. So Salty Crab takes it down and puts up a random character called Raglan Bleed, and Amberlynn's like, you're making fun of my cancer, you're disgusting, this is horrific, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, Amber, if you really felt this way, you don't need to make a video on it. Like, if it's really affecting you like that, ignore it. Don't make a video on it. You like the attention. You think that you're going to get sympathy on this. And once again, Amberlynn, you have failed to realize your audience doesn't fuck with you. People do not see the world like you do. You are delusional, my dude. You are fully delusional. Not once did Salty Crab make fun of your cancer. It's because you sat there and free bled on someone's furniture for months or years. And because you literally use cleaning rags, face rags, to wipe yourself, Amber. It doesn't have to do with your cancer. No one's making fun of your cancer, my dude. And I'm going to be so honest, there's a lot of women or individuals who go through having uterine cancer or ovarian cancer or any form in that region of cancer that do not proceed to go for months and or years of free bleeding on someone's furniture. So it's not making fun of you having cancer, it's making fun of you for, once again, not being able to help yourself. Being so lazy, so delusional in the world and in that you live in, and in the circumstances that your body is currently in and was in at that time, that you thought it was okay to just sit there and free bleed. That's crazy, Amberlynn. So yeah, she, I guess, will also post tomorrow, so we will do a reaction to that. How are you ever going to recover from the betrayal of your trust? It's insane. Never. I'll never trust another person again. Amber, I just don't understand why you're still surprised by this, if we're going to be honest. I don't think there was any betrayal in trust. You didn't, you betrayed your partners while you were dating them. You were abusive to them in so many different ways. You showed them all of your partners in compromising positions. You didn't take any accountability for the way that you showed them, the ways that you abused them. To this day, you still give excuses for why you abuse them. So I don't understand why you think people telling their story and bringing receipts is somehow betraying your trust. It's because it doesn't make you look the way that you have been trying your entire channel to make us view you. But Amberlynn, once again, we have clocked you from day one. You were not liked from day one, Amber. That's the craziest part. Will you continue to advocate for your mental illness even though, sorry, I'm going to start that again. Will you continue to advocate for your mental illness even through the BPD shaming? I'm going to do my best I can. Oh my God, I can read. I'm going to do the best I can. Amber, You are the last motherfucking person that should be advocating for any mental illness. You have zero understanding of it. You use your mental illness as an excuse, sorry, bud, as an excuse for shitty behavior. You're not advocating for it. You have made the BPD world look worse. You have people in your comments who have BPD that are saying, stop fucking talking about it. You're making it worse. You're making the stigma worse for people who have BPD. You are not helping anyone. You're not advocating. People that advocate are like, I have this issue and I've overcome them. I'm doing good things. You like, don't let it control you. Your entire advocacy is you letting your BPD control you, if you even have BPD. That's not advocating, Amberlynn. It's pathetic and it's harmful to mental health, like illness communities in general, and specifically with people with BPD. Are you going to unblock Jordy on Insta? No. I'm completely erased him from my life. I haven't watched him in months. I don't need his Instagram following me. I'm good. Yeah, I don't think he cares. To be honest, I don't think Jordy gives a fuck. Because like, I don't think Amberlynn really understands. We have lives outside of this. We put up the camera for a few hours, a few times a week, maybe more for some people, less for some people. And we say our shit, we do our little tea, we kiki with our audience, and then we go and live our lives, Amber. We don't sit and think about you. So like Jordy being blocked, I don't think he gives two fucking shits, bro. You care because your life, you don't have a life outside of social media. So this is your life. So you think all of us are also just sitting there obsessing over it when we're not. Like, we don't think about it other than when we're doing the shit, you know? Afterwards, like, I don't think about it. I do my own shit. I have too many other things to worry about than to think about Amberlynn fucking Reed. Amber, no one is shaming your BPD, but engaging in triggering content isn't very helpful either. Exactly. Yes, there are people shaming my BPD. To say no one is a complete lie. So once again, Amberlynn, when called out with facts, which is people aren't shaming you having BPD, people are calling you out for using your BPD as an excuse to do shitty behavior, for you to continue to show triggering content, bad shit, and like act like it's okay. Like, because, well, I have BPD, so I can do whatever the fuck I want, and you have to be okay with it. And if you say anything, then you're just shameful. Yeah, she wants to stay in this victim like mentality. She wants to stay in the victim seat. And when people call her out like this, which is like very fair and what people are saying, she doesn't address the actual thing. She like focuses on this minute little like wording of it, which is no one is, to say no one is a complete lie. Okay, they obviously don't mean no one. I'm sure there are people doing it, but for the most part, your audience isn't shaming you for BPD. Your audience is shaming you for using your BPD as an excuse to abuse people. I miss when you were open in yourself. Will your YouTube ever get back to that? If I'm being honest, it feels like the spirit has completely left me. It's a really sad feeling. The happy Amberlynn, the bubbly and positive side of me is lost. I'm a victim, you guys. Amber, you were never really bubbly or positive. You were always a sad fuck. Your entire channel, again, from the moment that you started YouTube, you instantly started addressing hate comments. You had like 4 comments on your videos, like one being like a very passionate hater from the very beginning. You focused on them from the very beginning of your channel. That's all you focused on. And that's why your channel became what it became. That's why more haters started interacting because and saying shit, because they saw that it got a reaction out of you. And also people really saw the low-cal in you very fast. Like that you were just kind of like a sad fuck, a pathetic person who had no real life or goals or interests or anything going on. So like to act like you were just like this whole different human being and now it's lost because the haters like ruined it for you. Amberlynn, this is all your own doing. This is all like a result of your own actions. And the only reason that you're quote unquote not yourself, which you very much are yourself, but you have to hide a lot of like your your personality and put on this like what you think we want to see personality, this like fake beauty guru personality, which is just like kind of pathetic because it's not you, is because your actual true authentic self is gross and like very easy to see through. And it's easy to see through now, but like you have had to edit yourself so much because people don't like you and people can see through you. And so now you give us this like fake like attempt at an LA vlogger personality, and it's just cringy. Stop taking the high road. Take the back alley and expose them just like they have you! Exclamation mark, question mark. I get that. I get that's what a lot of people want me to do, but I'm generally would not be happy with myself if I did that. Here's the thing. Amberlynn, if she had shit to expose, would have done it. She already did that to Beck. She thought her talking about the sending a photo of the underwear on Facebook was like, of an ex was like hot tea. Not saying that's okay. Not okay to do at all. We knew about that in when they were living with Eric and Ricky. They talked about that in a video. Like that's not new information. You didn't get Beck. So yeah, you already tried to expose Destiny by exposing their very personal information. Like this isn't like some like fun hot tea. Like it was like familial personal things that had nothing to do and had no business being on YouTube. So Amberlynn is very much that person that if they did have something, if Amberlynn Reed had tea on these individuals, it would have already been said. She tries to claim it as taking the high road because she doesn't have anything. So instead of being like, yeah, I actually don't have shit to say, she's going to be like, no, I'm just like that much of a better person. No, Amberlynn, we see what happens when you think you have information. You say it right off the bat. So you just don't have shit. And that's like, okay. But like, stop pretending like you're a good person. How can you like Yo Mama when they've been laughing about kicking and killing a cat? Oh, I heard you say Yo Mama. I have no fucking idea who Yo Mama is. I could not tell you what he looked like in a line of men. Could not tell you. I do know he is a man though. I found out about that today with the rest of you, and my heart dropped to the floor. I no longer like Yo Mama because that is without a doubt the most awful thing to do. It makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, yeah. The abuse of animals, like, that shit hits different. Ew, I hope Yo Mama gets his channel taken down then. The book. Because he loved to lick Amberlynn's ass, but out here... See, Amberlynn, these are the people that are supporting you. The reason that Amberlynn liked Yo Mama so much is because Yo Mama was like such a little bitch for Amberlynn. And turns out this man is a whole ass like psycho animal abuser and killer. So those are the types of people that like you, Amberlynn. Weird. How does it feel to be the main character in so many people's life? Girl, you better work. It's exhausting, LOL. Again, Amberlynn thinks that people coming onto social media for a few hours a week is their entire life. She fails to remember that we all have lives, we all go to school or have jobs outside of YouTube or have friends and family that we see and just like live our lives. Like we're not 500 plus pound people who are imprisoned in our homes who can't go and do things. Yeah, we actually have lives. So it's giving delusional, this person. Like, she really doesn't get it. Like, you're definitely not the main character in my life. I would say Dimitri is the main character in my life, as well as medical school. I would also pretty much bet my life that every other person that's in the girl world sphere has other things in their life that is the main character, and it's definitely not you, Amberlynn. Just because we like to make money off of you and call you out for your bullshit doesn't make you the main character in our lives. I can guarantee you that. Girl, stop talking is for the best. I do really like you and I understand your side of things. Okay, stop talking. Not happening. There are too many times where my silence made rumors true. I'm no longer going to let that happen. And too many times where I let people just bully me without standing up for myself. I deserve better. I deserve to have a voice, period. Amberlynn, you've never not had a voice. You have a literal YouTube channel that now has 245,000 subscribers. You've never not had a YouTube, like, you've never not had a voice. Yeah, no one is out here silencing you, threatening to KA you, threatening to take rights away from you if you speak about things. People have a right to call out bullshit when they see it. Just like you have a right to talk, no one's taking that away from you. People also have a right to respond to the bullshit that you say. It's not silencing when people call you a liar, when people expose your ass, when people show you as the person that you really are, the crazy, manipulative, psycho bitch that you are. That's not silencing you, Amber. Gonna respond to Destiny and Beck said, because they drag you to hell in that live. There was zero dragging. 9-year-old texting me being hurt isn't dragging. They looked pathetic. No, Amber, first off, they did drag you to absolute filth. They 100% dragged you to absolute filth. You looked fucking stupid. It confirmed how we thought you were to everyone. Second off, if it was any other person and they showed 9-year-old text, I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. But Amberlynn, you haven't grown. You haven't changed. You are still like this to this day. So showing 9-year-old text shows a pattern. It's like building a case against someone. Like, the court can use things from 30 decades ago if they wanted, if that meant that it showed a pattern in a case, if it showed a pattern of behavior, if it led up to evidence to whatever, I'm clearly not a lawyer. So using 9-year-old texts in this way shows the pattern of how you are, Amberlynn. It shows the person that you are. And honestly, like, it confirmed everything, and like, it confirmed the way that we already believed you to act, So it didn't make them look pathetic. It made you look pathetic. It showed absolutely how controlling and delusional you were, especially with Destiny, how you were so in love with Destiny years into the relationship with Beck, how you were so manipulative. And you love to claim, oh, well, that's my BPD. You are so disgustingly manipulative to all three of those individuals, Dana, Destiny, and Beck. It was really sad for you. So they dragged you to filth, and it wasn't them that came out looking pathetic. I can guarantee you that. Used to be a hater, but the shit they pile on you is too much. Supporting you 100%. Greatly appreciated. Her hands. How do you turn from a hater to a supporter? Because people are calling out bullshit, because Amberlynn's actions have finally caught up to her. That doesn't make sense to me. Y'all, she's allowed to speak. This is her life. Let her speak on it. Exactly. Yeah, again, that person wasn't saying she isn't allowed to speak. They're saying, like, her speaking does not help the situation, and in fact, it kind of digs a deeper hole for Amberlynn. And they're advising her, hey, maybe you shouldn't speak about this stuff. Maybe you should just kind of let it go by, and then it'll pass faster, which is also low-key my advice too. If Amberlynn was my friend, I'd be like, just don't talk about it. Just, like, move on. Don't give the attention, because you're fueling the fire when you give talks about things, when you continue to, keep it in the light. But Amberlynn's too dumb to understand that, and she doesn't have anyone in her life. Like, social media is her friends and family at this point. So she's talking to the camera because she has no one else to talk to, unfortunately for her. And it just ends up making it worse for her because, again, she's not intelligent. So it's not good. Don't allow this moment in your life to define you. You are strong and will persevere. I won't be diminished to any of this. That doesn't make sense. There's so much good in me. With healing and DBT therapy, I'll be better. See, Amberlynn, you're putting a lot of, first off, you've had the ability to heal for like over a decade now. Like, you're 34 years old. You should have begun the healing process like 2 decades ago, for being so fucking honest. Um, it's been in your hands for a long time to heal, and you still have not. So I don't know. A magic fairy is not going to come down and heal you. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You're also putting a lot of weight and responsibility on DBT therapy. If you don't do things to make yourself better and you work it and like you try to actively like acknowledge the shit you've done, take accountability for it, and really try to change your behavior and the way that you look at life, you perceive the way other people perceive things, you really see like things differently than you do now, like it's not going to be better. You can have all the vocab in the world, you can have all the tools given to you, but if you don't work them and you don't try to make yourself better, then it doesn't mean anything. And I actually do think a lot of these things do define her, because Amberlynn is a serial abuser. Like I do think that defines her at this point, because she doesn't have any, like, she doesn't show any inkling of wanting to change. She still believes that she's a victim in all of this. That she did one or two bad things, but overall she hasn't done anything bad. Like, she doesn't acknowledge the hurt and the abuse that she's caused to these other individuals and how it's affected them long term, you know? So I do think it defines her, because I think it is who she is at the core. I don't think she will ever see that she is the person in the wrong in these situations. And that is what makes Amberlynn so dangerous, and why it is a bit beneficial for the rest of the world that she isn't so mobile to the extent that she could physically abuse people, because she'll always have justifications in her mind as to why she does these abusive and shitty behaviors to other people. And I don't think like she'll ever figure out that it's wrong, you know? How do you have the restraint to not reveal the tea you have on your exes? Because I know for a fact that I will feel a lot worse doing that than not doing it. We all have our demons. I just don't think it's right to put people on blast like that. What happened in private was, and what was revealed in vulnerable times where you felt you could trust your partner, that all should stay there. Amberlynn, once again, you don't get to blast people online for years and monetize that, and then at the same time demand that you have privacy. Beck and Destiny never had the ability to have privacy. You put their entire fucking life online. Unwillingly. They didn't want that, and you did it. So you don't get to now be like, I want privacy. They didn't have a choice, so neither do you. Sorry about it. Also, once again, she doesn't have tea to spill. We see what happens when Amberlynn thinks she has information, thinks she has tea. She says that shit right out. Like, she doesn't have anything. So again, she's going to pretend like she's, going to sit on her high horse. She's so much better than these two individuals. But the reality is she just doesn't have anything. And that probably frustrates her. Is it not exhausting to believe you're not the problem? No, for real. Oh, I've been the problem. If you think I'm saying I haven't, you aren't hearing me at all. No, Amberlynn, then no one is hearing you. The reality is, Amberlynn, if the majority of your audience believes this, because this is the majority, when you look at her video comments and everything, when you look at the reaction to people in her community, this is their reaction: is how do you not see you're the problem in this? How do you still at this point think that it's everyone else around you and not you? It means that you're, one, delusional and you don't think that you're the problem and you really think that you're a victim in all of this. Or two, you're not explaining yourself clearly, and that's not anyone else's fault but yours. You then need to, if you want to be heard, you have to change the way that you speak so that people can understand you. That's your responsibility, You can't sit there and blame the entire community for not understanding you. It's not the entire community not understanding you. It's you not expressing yourself correctly. So even in this statement, she's blaming everyone else and claiming that everyone else is the problem and not her. It's so bizarre. Like, it goes down to every little, like, criticism or misunderstanding or anything. It's everyone else's fault. It's never Amberlynn's fault. All right, and that's my iftar. Okay. So I think I will make this one video because it's already 30 minutes long, and then I will record the Amberlynn reaction in a little bit. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!